In what should have been a triumphant return home after a globally acclaimed solo concert tour, BTS's Jin arrived at Incheon International Airport under a cloud of concern and speculation. Dressed in all black, wearing a medical-grade face mask and a visibly fatigued expression, the eldest member of BTS quietly exited the arrival gate while flanked by security, but it was his demeanor that sparked immediate alarm among fans. Videos taken by fans and press on site show Jin walking slowly, occasionally lowering his head as if to avoid attention, with no sign of his usual cheerful energy or signature worldwide handsome wave. Many noted his hunched posture and sluggish pace, describing him as exhausted and not himself. Although surrounded by cameras and well-wishers, Jin offered no greeting, only a faint bow before disappearing into a waiting vehicle. The footage has since gone viral with hashtags like Jin arrives in Korea, Get Well Soon Jin, and Hape statement now dominating Korean and international social media. Fans are expressing deep concern not only over Jin's physical condition, but also over Hybe's continued silence. Why isn't there a statement? If he's sick, just say it. We love him enough to understand, wrote one fan on Twitter, X, gaining over 100K likes in just a few hours. This concerning appearance follows the conclusion of Jin's emotionally intense world tour, Run Seokjin EP Tour, which included stops across Asia, North America, and Europe. The tour ended just days ago, with 2 back-to-back sold-out shows in Amsterdam, both physically demanding and emotionally charged. Reports had already hinted at Jin pushing through fatigue and minor health issues during the final performances, but the idol had smiled through every stage, never once letting on. Now, fans are asking whether those smiles were hiding something more serious. Adding fuel to the speculation is the fact that Jin returned to Korea alone, without staff, bandmates, or visible Hybe personnel accompanying him. Sources close to the airport ground team stated that no medical assistance was prepared in advance, yet those who observed Jin's body language insist something was clearly wrong. Insiders within the entertainment industry suggest Jin may be suffering from post-tour exhaustion or possibly a stress-related immune drop, both common conditions in artists who undergo long, high-intensity performances under global scrutiny. "These are not machines," said one anonymous tour coordinator. "This isn't just jet lag. This is what burnout looks like when you've been the emotional pillar of a billion-dollar brand for a decade." Armies across the globe are now organizing virtual support campaigns, urging Hybe to let Jin rest properly and not rush him into new commitments. Thousands have shared heartfelt messages, fan art, and memories of his tour with the tag Let Jin Rest, a digital movement growing by the minute. Meanwhile, HYBE has yet to issue any official comment. Their silence is beginning to draw ire not only from fans but from journalists and mental health advocates who are calling for greater transparency and accountability when it comes to idol care. For now, Jin remains unseen. No Instagram update, no Weverse post, no cryptic caption. Only the haunting image of him in a mask, head low, shoulders heavy, and heart perhaps finally asking for a break. And in that silence, fans are saying what Hybe won't. "You've done enough. Please rest, Seokjin." As the hours turned into a full day with still no official statement from Hybe, the energy online shifted from worried anticipation to mounting outrage. Armies flooded Weverse and X, formerly Twitter, with messages pleading for clarity, many accusing the company of repeating old patterns, pushing idols to their limits, and retreating into silence when the consequences surfaced publicly. The hashtag #HYBProtectJin began trending in over 30 countries, alongside chilling phrases like "he's not a product" and "not just a performer, he's human." Fan cams from the airport were analyzed frame by fans and even amateur medical professionals, pointing out subtle signs that Jin may have been unwell for days, if not weeks. "Look at the swelling under his eyes," one user wrote. "That's not tired, that's systemic exhaustion." Adding even more urgency, a blurry photo surfaced online that allegedly shows Jin resting at a private medical facility outside Seoul. The photo, though unconfirmed, was posted by a netizen claiming to be a nurse in the area, stating, "He arrived late at night, quiet, respectful, but he didn't look well. He didn't speak at all." Hybe immediately issued a takedown request but did not deny the content. What made the silence even more unbearable was the emotional contrast between Jin's powerful, playful image just days earlier in Amsterdam singing in a hamster costume, waving to fans with tears in his eyes, and the ghost-like figure who landed in Seoul. "This is the man who gave us everything," one fan wrote, "and now he comes home looking like he barely made it." Rumors began spreading that Bang Si-hyuk himself had flown in from the United States just hours after Jin's arrival, allegedly spotted at HYBE's headquarters with several security escorts. Was this an emergency meeting? Damage control? Or, finally, an acknowledgement that something had gone terribly wrong? Inside HYBE, insiders began whispering to journalists that this wasn't the first time concerns about Jin's health had been raised. He didn't want to stop, one anonymous source claimed. He said the fans had waited long enough after the military. He said he'd rest after the tour, but now that we've seen him, we're all wondering if he made it that far. In the meantime, fellow BTS members have remained silent, an eerie echo of the group's past, where loyalty and protection were often shown not through words, but through silence. Still, fans are hoping someone, maybe Jimin, maybe Jungkook, will speak out or post something reassuring. But so far, nothing. And in the quiet absence of words, ARMY is left staring at a masked face in an airport, wondering if their star is okay, wondering how long he's been pretending to be, wondering if the smile on stage was his final performance before collapse. Because if this is what the end of a tour looks like, what does recovery even mean anymore? Just as the world held its breath, hoping for a sign, any sign that Jin was okay, a wave of frustration boiled over. The silence was no longer interpreted as protection. It began to feel like suppression. By the second night of Jin's return, speculation intensified when a blurry photo began circulating of a black SUV entering the underground parking lot of what is believed to be HYBE's private medical wing, an area seldom used unless for emergencies. The license plate matched a vehicle previously associated with Jin's schedule during the tour. Still, no official comment was issued, no confirmation, no denial, just silence. Meanwhile, an alleged former HYBE staff member anonymously posted on a private community board, claiming that Jin had been showing signs of extreme fatigue since the North American leg of the tour. According to the post, Jin would often refuse rest breaks, insisting, "This is my promise to them. I can't let them down again." If true, it paints a haunting image of an artist driven not by obligation but by love at the expense of his own body. Fans began tagging Bang Si-hyuk personally, demanding accountability. After all, this wasn't just a company matter, it was personal. Bang was the one who discovered Jin, the one who nurtured his debut, the one who posted heartfelt birthday messages year after year. So why now was he so uncharacteristically quiet? Some speculated that Bang Si-hyuk had urged Jin to take a break months ago, but was overridden by upper management, focused on recouping post-enlistment momentum. Others believed the opposite, that Jin's solo tour was designed under pressure, a high-stakes gamble that no one had the courage to stop once it began. And then, late that evening, a bombshell dropped. An unreleased video clip from Amsterdam's final show was leaked by someone in the stadium crew. In it, Jin can be seen briefly collapsing backstage, his legs buckling as staff rush to catch him. The clip lasts just 8 seconds, but it's enough to send the internet into a spiral of horror, heartbreak, and fury. How long have they been hiding this? Did he perform the encore after this? Where is the protection he was promised? The video was quickly removed from all major platforms, likely by copyright enforcement, but not before it is mirrored, downloaded, and dissected by millions. In response, medical professionals and former entertainment managers appear on late-night panels, speculating that Jin may be suffering from acute post-tour adrenal fatigue, possibly immune system suppression, or even preliminary vocal cord strain, given the intensity of his performances. The mere mention of long-term damage sends ARMY into a frenzy. The following morning, an envelope is placed on the steps of HYBE's headquarters, wrapped in purple ribbon. Inside, a handwritten letter addressed to Seokjin, surrounded by origami hearts. No cameras. No media, just love. And then, a Weverse notification. Kim Seokjin has posted, "The world freezes. Would you like me to continue the story with the contents of Jin's post, or reactions from other BTS members, or perhaps a dramatic HYBE press conference that changes everything?